Welcome to the shout-out episode of The Urban Mystic. I'm Skip Jennings, your inspirational, motivational teacher right here in the garden. Again, it's a shout-out episode, so we're shouting out the questions you've sent in to me. Things you want to know, things you want to ask. I'm here for you, so let's dive right into it. So our first question actually comes from someone who's not a member of Soul Garden, but is a good friend of mine, and she's watched a couple things on Soul Garden. She came out and asked me a question, so I thought it'd be right to go ahead and answer it because I'm sure some of you guys are asking the same question. So here's the first one. Is psychic energy from God or is it from the devil? Big question. Let me ask that again. Is psychic energy from God or from the devil? Well, I have two answers for you. First of all, my answer starts off with my belief. This is how I feel about this situation. So, I don't believe that there is a evil God, devil versus boom that's hanging out there. I believe God is present in all things. I believe that God is ever present in all people. I believe, yes, there are some actions that we take that are not at the highest good or at the highest vibration of God, maybe some lower vibrations of God, but I don't believe that there are, per se, this little devil that's running around with a pitchfork, pitching you in the butt, making you do bad things. But I also believe that there is an energy out there that will make you act out in such a way. Not make you, but it will invite you to act in certain ways. But we have free will. We have freedom of choice. Now, here's this thing about psychic energy. Here's what I believe, that psychic energy is God energy, and it's all available, always available. It's always there. It's always around us, and we are tapped into that God energy. Here's what I do know, that it is called intuition. And you've heard me talk about this before. It comes from, the Hindus talk about this in your third eye, the sixth chakra. It is your chakra of intuition. Things you don't know you know, and you do know, and you get these messages, and you go, wow, how did I know that? That is your psychic or your chakra, sixth chakra, opening up. I believe that we all have the capability of really activating the intuition, that psychic energy. Some of us choose to, some of us choose not to. Some of us are doing it so well that they help other people find the answers that they're looking for, like Christopher. If you have not had a reading by Christopher, it's time to jump in. Just bite the bullet and do it. It will change your life. I know he changed my life. Okay, so let's move on. The question I've gotten this quite a bit from you guys, so I just want to clarify this. And I hear you guys asking all the time, is New Thought Ancient Wisdom, the part of the movement that I'm part of, and I don't want to call it a religious movement, it is a spiritual movement. New Thought Ancient Wisdom, is it the same as New Age philosophy? And I would say yes and no. New Age philosophy kind of came really around about the 70s. It was a really cool thing to be a part of. It was crystals, and kind of, I think it got a bad rap. When you heard New Age, you thought about crystal wearing and pot smoking and sage burning kind of hippies. And that was the kind of the connotation that we've gotten with New Age. I believe New Age is a part of New Thought Ancient Wisdom. I talked about this a couple of weeks ago. The ancient wisdom, I want to start with that first. The ancient wisdom is this: God is eternal. God has always been there. God will always be there. God only creates from itself. And he created us from itself. So we are one in God. All power comes from knowing that we are one in God. That's the ancient wisdom. I and the Father are one, or I and the Mother, Father, Spirit are one. Here's the new thought. How we bring this to the table is a new way of thinking. It's the same ancient or ageless wisdom that has always been there, which every religion is based upon love. Love God, love your brother as yourself. And now we're bringing a new way of bringing this information to you. So I believe it's all part of the same genre. I just really think that it is now finding its own way. And now we're all calling it New Thought, Ancient Wisdom. Here's the last question for today. And this is from Bree in Australia. We've had 2 shout-outs from Australia in the last few weeks. I'm loving this. Bree asked, how do you know when it's time to move from your current work or your current career? Here's how I know. And I believe that the answer is always within you guys. You'll know exactly when the time is right to move on. I'm going to invite you to do some meditation. And Julie Zipper, shout out to the Meditation Vibration. She's an awesome, awesome practitioner of meditation and a spiritual counselor, so check her out as well. But she will tell you contemplative meditation is one of the things that we need to do constantly so we can find direction for our life. So I'm going to invite you to be still with the meditation. If you think it's time to move on, go within to find the answer. And yes, we get red flags, we get signs, we get things that come up and say, this doesn't feel right to me anymore. But you will only know when it's time, but it's going to take contemplative meditation to find out. So that's it for this episode, you guys. I am so grateful to be your practitioner right here in the Soul Garden. Remember, I am a spiritual counselor, so I can be contacted right here at the Soul Garden. You can purchase some sessions through Soul Garden, and we will be able to help you on this journey, some one-on-one training. Remember, you can always catch me on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and right here. Be my friend here at the Soul Garden, because I answer all your emails, and I try to get around to answering all your posts. It might take me a couple weeks because I'm quite busy these days. Yay, God. But I will get to them. But remember, the power to change is always within you. So until next time, I'm Skip Jennings.
SoulGarden.tv SoulGarden.tv